Hello everyone in the shed, it's Pete, it's New Year's Eve, and after I've had a little talk, we'll show you the main feature. You see, the power wall, the temporary power wall, is no more. It is no longer there, it's in a pile. These are going to be split down and tested for capacity, and not testing for the recycle pile just yet. They're going to be put into another project. Meanwhile, this is gone, and we have to start the new year with a new project. And whilst you will see that it's not 100% finished, it is currently functional, and I'll let you get on with that. But anyway, I'd like to wish everyone all the best. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and is going to have a brilliant New Year. And until then, thanks for subscribing. Thank you for the honest criticism and helpful comments that everyone's put in. Bit upset I haven't actually gained any trolls this year because I like to feed them every so often. My cat troll seems to have disappeared, so if anyone wants cat videos, you can have cat videos if you want. But yeah, so onwards and upwards. Have a great New Year. Cheers, and I'll see you in January. That's good stuff. Kind of really think I've dropped the ball again because we're now, it's actually the 23rd of December, Christmas Eve, and it's now getting dark, and I've decided to start mounting the place where I've got to put my new power wall, so who knows if we'll get it done in time for the January switch on. I'm just going to go for two boards at this moment in time, two 2 foot by 4 foot boards. It's insulated behind. I've got some insulation above to do. Got a board ready to pin up. Got some insulation to put in the gap. And I know that 7 packs of 60 will fit on a 2 foot by 2 foot board by that. I'm going to change those top cell holders as well to the ones that are meant to be. I had to all print them in the first stage, but for now I just need to get this insulated and ready, and then I can start. I might give it a lick of paint. I know it's wooden, but this isn't going to be a permanent staging area for my cells. This is going to be what you could call another temporary setup before I move them outside of their own dedicated shed. Quick lick of paint will do that. This is the moment when you think, damn! Wish I'd done this earlier in the day when it wasn't so cold. You see my breath? Yeah, so we are well on our way to putting up our first 14 packs. That's 14 packs, which are going to be 2 series, 2 parallel. I've just knocked my tin of screws all over the floor, so in order to get the amount that I need, I've got to pick them up all off of the floor. Oh. Right, so I'll apologise for the picture quality because my camera seems to be dying, so it does look like there's 3 big things I need to purchase next year on the YouTube accounts, and that is a new camera, a BMS, and a larger inverter. So First 7, we've got another 7 to go in. I've got a couple of crimp lugs to put on and just make sure all the connections are perfect before we put them up the wall. I've just noticed that the sun's come out, so let's have a look at the figures. Oh, that's not too bad. 206 watts coming in. We're still at the wrong angle, but the day should be getting longer now. We've now gone into the days are now getting longer. Let's see if we can get a higher reading. Nah, it's dipped. Yeah, so I'm going to go and do some crimp lugs and then we can do the next lot. There is something that I should have foreseen and I've left it just so it bites me in the bum at a later date, and that is the cell holders I've printed, the bottom ones and top ones. There is enough slack in them, so if I was to leave these say 25mm lower, that you can actually push the pack up and pull them out without having to undo screws. But I thought, nah, we'll have them up nice and tight and squeezed together, so yeah, so it can cause me trouble at a later date. So that this isn't going to get done if I don't carry on. So right, so I'm just in the lean-to and I've got to sort out some ends for these. So I forgot to bend these. Actually, I forgot to put the crimp lugs on altogether, so this is the end pack, so it don't seem to matter so much. I'm going to eyeball that. 16/8. I'm only putting 16mm crimp lugs on these 16/6s. They've actually got 6mm holes. Ensuring that I actually get them on the right way this time, because the previous time I somehow put another one back to front. Although the cross-sectional area of this works out about 4.5mm, it's 9mm circuit, so never going to be drawing more than 30 amps out of one of these packs, so we'll roll with it. If it makes it till next year, then even better. Got my numbers on the side. You can't see because they're in the shadow of the light, but it is there. We are going on that one. So overall, after producing 14 60 cell packs or close to 60 cell packs, what would I change or do differently? in my next 14 packs? Well, for one, I make sure that these buzz bars, if I'm using twisted copper, are a lot thicker, sturdier, measured more accurately, and make sure I put the ends on properly, as I did have 7 packs where one side had the crimp lugs on back to front. So in twisting them, I've made them longer and it pushes the bars to one side. Nickel strip is well out. It's very difficult to curl and form around copper in order to get them into crimp lugs, and I certainly wouldn't be using just a solid 0.2 or 0.15 nickel strip to form my main buzz bars. I would most certainly be going for the single ring terminal, crimp eye, crimp lug, whatever you want to call it, end, as it makes terminating the bolts between cells much easier, whereas a pair of bolts is quite awkward. I would also consider making the packs bigger. Now I've got a wider variety of higher quality cells in my stores, I am kind of kicking myself I didn't go larger than 60 cell packs. My thinking in the beginning was basically, if I lose a pack, it's easier to replace when I'm limited to the number of cells in my parts box. And I definitely wouldn't rule out making a bigger, better quality version of one of these, as they're so easy to add and take cells out of as you please, especially with the addition of the spot welder, giving you a nice strong 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cell pack. This is a 5. You know, there is actually no wobble in that whatsoever, and I would be quite interested in making a floor to ceiling version of one of these, maybe with some 3D printed shims so that the cells don't sag after you get 4 or 5 rows in. You get a little bit of a dip, and they start to hang a little bit lower than they should. So yeah, I wouldn't rule it out whatsoever. I'm quite keen, and as I get more low quality cells, I will possibly be throwing them into a bigger version of one of these with sort of 10 cells out, sort of 15 amp hour capacity each plug, and low pull on the terminals, low current pull on the terminals. So yeah, watch this space. 2019 is bound to be a very exciting year for me and my little family. So keep tuned for further updates and videos. Obviously, time is going to be my biggest constraint with a little one on the way. So thank you very much once again for subscribing. Please subscribe, comment, rate. Enjoy your new year, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you next year. That was cheesy, but it's staying in. 9 o'clock. Someone started early. It's almost like we're in a war zone. Hmm.